What is up, my geeks? We are making it into Star Wars Night 2025. Super excited. Are you excited, babe?
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Sporting the best shirt ever. Love it. So good. So, first time Star Wars Night. Let's go see what it's all about, and I'm excited to bring you with me. All right, we're heading into the parks. That's our badge for the event. This is a Disney After Dark event. If you've never been to a Disney After Dark event, I highly recommend them. Way less crowds. They're always themed something cool. Definitely check them out if you never have. Me and Josh have been to a few. Me and Kelly have been to a few on our own. It's always a good time. So that crowd you saw coming in, they're going to be leaving. Most of them get kicked out. This is the map for Star Wars Night. So Star Wars Night in Disney, the entire Disneyland side of the park. Gets taken over, completely Star Wars related. Everything is Star Wars, even all the food that they come exclusive. There's a lot of exclusive food, a lot of exclusive merch, things you can't get on a normal park day. So we did a normal park day, but if you just do the event, you get access to the park 3 hours early, and then you can go in. The event starts at 9, and it goes till 1 in the morning. So maybe not for some little kiddos, but it's still a great time. So we decided to head straight to Galaxy's Edge because the event hadn't officially started, and we figured we'd go check it out. That is a postcard that they put up all over the park. You'll see a couple of them in this video to do pictures later on when the event starts. And here's us walking into Galaxy's Edge. If you've never been to Galaxy's Edge, again, highly recommend you go, especially if you're a Star Wars fan. You just feel like you're actually in the world of Star Wars, and it's so much fun. I was, of course, up in cosplay. I had my Jedi outfit on. You saw Kelly's amazing shirt that she was wearing for her Anakin love interest. So, but a lot of great cosplayers out, and Disney After Dark in the night just hits different. I think it's because it's cooler. You're not, overheating and sweating. There's not as big a crowd, like we said. And then like things like this where you can see your lightsaber actually in the day is like so much fun. The gentleman in front of me is, of course, sporting the issue with the lightsabers. I had mine, but I didn't have the blade with me because transporting that thing around is such a pain in the butt. But hey, it is what it is, and I still had an amazing time. So, yeah, we just decided to walk into Galaxy Edge, kind of check it out. Like I said, the event hasn't officially started yet. Yeah, so here in a second, you'll see we decided let's go get in line for food because we were hungry. We hadn't had dinner yet. So here we go. We went into Docking Bay 47, which is the official restaurant in the Galaxy's Edge area. They had a exclusive meal there that was only being served that night, and there it is right there. It's like a corn, I don't know what you call it, taco thing, but it had macaroni cheese, burnt ends, and sausage on it. It was so good. So, and then there's that famous cold brew my wife loves. And then, like I said, Disney After Dark. Look at that. That's gorgeous. It just hits differently when you're in the parks at night. Then we walked down to the Resistance area of Galaxy's Edge, just to check out, see if they had any cool merch. This is kind of the little merch area for Resistance. It's right in front of the ride, Rise of Resistance. We didn't do any of the Star Wars rides because, of course, those were super packed while we were there. But, hey, go get on every other ride. They're walk-ons. I mean, we just walked straight on most every ride that we wanted to do. But always some cool merch down here. You can see Josh's famous bag he's always carrying around. This is where he got it. And a bunch of stuff. There you go. More great cosplay that was there tonight too. These are some of the only events that adults are allowed to actually dress up and walk around the parks. Just so they don't, you don't get confused as a character by a little kid or something. But, it's still a great time to just kind of see this stuff. My wife asking me if I already have that. I collect all the die cast. Yes, I already have that chip. Geez, she needs to know my collection better. And if you're interested in Star Wars cosplaying and you don't want to make it yourself, go to Disneyland. Look, they have it all already made. You just got to wear it. It's so much fun. It's where I got my Jedi robe top from. A lot more stuff. I was looking at these. I've always wanted one of the Han Solo vests. For a different cosplay idea, I'm not doing Han Solo. I've got a different cosplay idea in mind. So I was looking at that and one of the Han Solo shirts as well. I didn't get the shirt, but my wife, being the amazing person she is, did convince me to get the vest because, treat yourself is basically how that went. So yeah, I did end up getting a Han Solo vest. You will see that cosplay coming out. I'm thinking possibly FanX this year. I'm not sure. I'm going to do some work and see if I can get something going for fun this year. But more to follow on that later. But yep, here's me picking out my vest, my Han Solo vest. And now we're going to walk through the park. We had to get some Yoda beignets exclusive to Star Wars night, and she loved them. Like I said, the whole park turned Star Wars. So look at this. This is the castle all lit up in Star Wars theme. You got the light versus the dark. It's so cool. As you continue here in a second, you'll see I got a better shot later on in the evening when there weren't as many people around. I think we were actually leaving the park at this point. Um, so yeah, here it is right here. Look at that. So cool. And that's just up all night. It looked so good. And then you look at this is the ride of the Matterhorn. There's a big mountain in the middle. They lit it up Star Wars themed, of course. And then the best part, walking down Main Street. So we walked straight down Main Street and look at this. The whole Main Street is lit up by Star Wars. You had the light versus the dark on each side. And it was just so much fun. And like I said, look at this Main Street right now. I could walk and run down that and not hit a single other person. That is the beauty of After Dark events. Nobody's in the park. You have so much fun. So then we had to go take our pictures for the dark side and for the light side. They have so many great picture opportunities at these events. So if you really want to get pictures and part of your ticket, you get a free photo pass with your ticket. So when you go to these things, you get the professional photographer, you get that photo for free. You don't have to pay for it like sometimes you do. Now we get to walk around. So this is down in Tomorrowland. And as you can see, there's our boy Darth Maul up there. You couldn't actually interact with him. He just stayed up there all night, but, twirling his lightsaber, showing off. It was really cool to see him. And then all the different characters that you can see throughout the night that you wouldn't normally see throughout Star Wars or throughout the day. They had the droids out, so we had to walk by and check them out. That was a walking through kind of one. They weren't like having people just stand there to take pictures. They wanted to, facilitate as many people getting through as possible, which makes sense. So obviously all your favorite droids right there, R2D2 and BB-8 just hanging out. I don't know who's controlling them, but I want to be that guy. If I could just sit there and control a droid all night and do crazy stuff, that would be so much fun. Walked back over because our boy Darth Maul went to take a death stick break, and we got Emperor Lord Sidious out there now with his temple guard. So cool. There's another one of those postcards I was talking about. All over the park they had these things. I didn't take any pictures in front of anyone. I kind of wanted to get around and see as much as I could. I do have quite a few pictures, though. Don't worry. Here you can see that's Captain Phasma. Kind of hard to see. Sorry, my camera work sucks. That's Captain Phasma with her clone order, first order. And then we got Ewoks. They had Ewoks. The Ewok line was insane, though. I would have gone and got a picture with one, but that was such a long line. There's one replacing out the other one. We got to see him walking by. And then we took these awesome pictures on some speeders. Like I said, all the pictures were so much fun. And it's just a great time when you're walking around these parks and get to see all this different stuff. Then we had to get the Disney exclusive ears. That was Star Wars Night exclusive. Can't get those ears anywhere else. And then I had to get a picture on Emperor Palpatine's throne. They had 3 different thrones. Jabba the Hutt's, Emperor Palpatine's, and Bo-Katan's from Mandalore. I, of course, had to go Emperor. We all know I'd be a Sith. And then we wrapped up the night with the, what is that? History of Star Wars projection event. It's a thing they've been doing. They do this on the regular days as well. It does get very packed. Unfortunately, this is the best spot I could find during the night. There were people lining up for like an hour before to get a good spot to watch this. Obviously, I kind of got stuck behind that tree there. And I didn't film the whole thing because I want to enjoy, I always say you want to enjoy things through your own eyes, not through the parts of through a camera lens. So I filmed part of it. Yeah. So, and just say, sorry, recording that guy's arm, brought it up. Like I said, I recorded part of it. I don't like recording the whole thing, so I want to enjoy it too. But it was such a cool thing. The projection, the whole story of Star Wars going through the entirety of the entire saga all the way up to Rey and what they currently do on Batuu, which is where you are in Galaxy's Edge with the Resistance, the First Order still walking around, that kind of stuff. It's a great time. It really is. Like I said, if you've never gone, I highly suggest you want to go with me and Josh. You're going to have an even better time because we're just nuts. And we have a good time every time. So definitely go check out these After Dark events if you ever never have. They are a lot of fun. They're a little pricey sometimes, but not really as bad as you would think. And then, of course, the end, hold your lightsaber high. That was so cool. Everybody with their lightsabers. Of course, I didn't have my blade. I didn't do mine. I'm sorry. It's hard to fit in the luggage. And then on our way out, of course, we saw our best friends, Mickey and Minnie, hanging out and saying hi to everyone in their awesome Star Wars themed outfits. It was so much fun. They were obviously in there. They were there jumping with a little kid next to us. It was so cool. So yeah, I would do the audio for this one as we were walking out, but my camera work sucks and I look bad, so I'm just gonna talk over it. Not that big a deal, but it was a great time. Definitely check it out. We had an amazing night, and we will see you next time, geeks. Remember, we are professional and professionals. My camera work and audio probably suck, but hey, that's what it is. Stay geeky, my friends.